court, tree of the forest, to answer the question put before him.
Make way! Make way! He who you see before you, all eyes know well, though they may or may not recognize his face. They know him by his deeds. Look around you. What greatness and splendor do you see? He is an integral piece of this war that we all love so well. Make way for barren trees, lest he fall upon thee and crush thee.
Their Majesties would invite to their court Count Ivan and Countess Mathilde to attend.
Mom and Dad is always around.
Always watching us and judging our decisions.
There's so much side-eye.
But this was actually their decision.
I throw less side-eye at it. That's true. Hey, girl, hey. You were set a question by our loving parents. To come here to this war, which you have built so much of, and contemplate whether you would take up the rights and the responsibilities of the peerage and join the noble order of the Pelican. We would have your answer to that question at this time. Excellent. Then, before we can move forward, I believe there is some unfinished business. Please. That is, that's Pelican level preparation. Your Excellency, we're going to have some people to speak to you. Would you please sit your butt on Christian? Turn and face him for a while. Hey gang, thanks for coming. Would you make a hole for the people we're going to invite into court? Super. Is there a companion of the Order of Chivalry that will speak for Baron Tree?
Your Majesties, tonight you shall hear of the great deeds and works of this man. I will not speak to that. What I speak to is this young man is the example of our friendship, our society, and our family. He is the reason why we must encourage and make people feel welcome. This young man started out down in the swamp, carrying on as swamp people often do. He was afraid of those of us who may be having rank and title. He was afraid to even come up until such time as someone reached out and said, "Hey, I could use some help here." And through our example, this young man has now grown into one of our pillars, and one we will look up to. Stop it. And Your Majesties, I say, Your Excellencies, I say, today you have made a great choice, and one that is well deserved.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel to speak for Baron Tree?
Your Majesties, I am Princess Vienna. I am also a Mistress of the Laurel and trying to get it around a table.
Good job.
I would like the honor, please, very much. Can I address the populace and Tree? Please. I've known Tree for many years. And it's going to be story time with the princess for a second. Yay! This man, well, Laurel's supposed to speak about art, right? I'm not going to talk about art. No. I'm going to talk about, well, maybe a little art. His art of persuasion. Baron Tree persuades a lot of people to do a lot of things. He persuaded me to get into a golf cart, where he tried to ransom me off later on that evening for AOAs for another kingdom. It did not work. What happened was, it was state dinner and everybody was busy. And it was running me dinner and everybody was busy. But he didn't give up. He never gives up. He just keeps on going. And, well, that's where I'm going to end this story, because otherwise, you know, there might be an inter-kingdom incident.
Too late, we're already at war.
It's always Master Philip.
But what I'm going to speak to now is his service to his friends. And we are all his friends. And as one that he came to the rescue of a few years ago, Your Majesties, he is more than my peer, and he is more than worthy of this accolade, and I thank you for it. Thank you.
Our beloved daughter, thank you. Is there a companion of the Order of Defense that will speak for this man?
Your Majesties.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no, I believe in friends. Can I address the populace?
Please.
A simple populace. Do you know what the definition of insanity is?
I do, because I've hung out with you.
If you're already acquainted, stands before us is a man who for decades has come up on that time when you decide if you're going to be staff for an event like Pennsic, and every year go, yeah, this will be all right. This will work out fine. And he does it every time. Anyway, as the Masters of Defense like to speak to perseverance, I can think of no greater example than subjecting yourself year after year to the rigors of being associated with the administration of this war. I've known this man for longer than I've been in the society. When I first joined, I assumed he was already a Pelican. It never occurred to me that he wouldn't be, because he's been here year after year. I would say that this is not merely a peer, but a legend, and I cannot emphatically recommend him enough for this order. Thank you.
Is there a companion of the Rose who will speak for Tree?
No, there are three.
Hi, ladies.
Your Majesties.
I am afraid, I am triply afraid.
Your Majesties, I am Duchess Thyra, Eric's daughter of the East.
I am Countess Joleicia of Ealdormere.
And I am Duchess Dagmar of Ealdormere. And next year's mayor, due to someone's persuasive ability.
I told you.
No! He is an easy man to look up to, especially when you're this. But it's not only that. He has, as you have three roses to tell you, grace and passion and a willingness to protect and a willingness to be there as a strength and to provide vision for others around him. He is possibly someone who can come off as intimidating. He does fill the room, especially the poodle. But he is there to be comforting, and he is there to create a space where everyone can come and do their best. This is what he brings to society. This is what he brings to Pennsic now. And as we well know, royals are judged by the fears they create. And you have made a mighty good choice in this. Thank you for that.
Thank you, ladies. Is there a victor of the brawl to be the Pelican that would speak for Tree?
Mom came.
Trees are wondrous. They give us sustenance when we are hungry. They give us shade when we are hot. They give us support when our bodies are tired. They serve us. Barren tree of the forest is like a mighty oak. His influence reaches as wide as the branches. His advice is as sound as the depth of the roots. And his service is as unwavering as the trunk of that mighty oak. You do us a great service today. Please, my dear.
We invite into our court the Order of the Pelican, please.
Three generations of royalty, and they're all terrible.
He's going to the movie.
He did. They called him.
Is there regalia?
Regalia.
Is there regalia?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Majesty, if I may, my name is Lucia Andrade, and I'm Queen of the Outlands. I'm Mistress of the Pelican and the Laurel. For those of us who love you very, very much, this is our gift. We as peers are the last, best, and only defense that the populace has. This man is fit to sit on us. Thank you.
Is there a medallion?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Is there another medallion?
There's another medallion, handcrafted by Rosie Posey, Barony of Effingham.
Is there a cap?
There is, your majesties. I made it.
There is nothing better than a furry pelican cap at Pennsic. Sorry, a furry wool.
Compassed fields mark the grounds of war. Adversaries meet to wage their wills amongst the thickets and trees. Defoliation and death consume the land, yet yearly the land renews. A sapling takes root in spring and reaches skyward to embrace the funds servicing the land with growth and strength. Among this confusion, this tree fortifies its bark as it builds deeper to this area to reinforce its roots. This giant tree bears witness to the destructive perils each season, yet patiently awaits the kids of leaves come fall, renewing the cycle of life. Barren tree of the forest is one such tender gentle who has grown throughout the medley and chaos of each changing season, burrowing in and renewing the land, healing the earth to once again support the toils of war. These changes of season have built upon this giant oak's roots an investment in our kingdom and as an envoy to our allies and warring factions. We are heartened by this gentle giant's growth and resolve and are inclined to induct Barren Tree of the Forest into our noble order of the Pelican. It is with his exhibitions of the finer aspects of leadership, service, growth, and experience that the order concurs and eagerly awaits his inclusion. We, Basilis and Keelan and Basilius Brennan, do put forth post-haste Barren Tree's inclusion and do hereby award him a patent of arms, per pale sabrel and vert, a tree and an oak or. We bind you to continue to stand tall as a peer of our realm and provide. Scroll by Mistress Kiss Maria. Pelican and by Vittorio Antonello. For Tree, newest companion of the Order of the Pelican. Vivas! Vivas!